Hey, True Believers England teen here, and it has been 0 days since Marvel has done something stupid. And I figured, okay, when I saw this article, I want to talk about it. Here today to join me is Dominic.
Good morning or afternoon.
I guess it's nooner for somebody. Jay saying, hey, nooner. It's 1 for me. It's 11 for Ahsoka. Everybody's from somewhere around this good country of ours. But man,
it's 10:06 over here.
It's where? Oh, yeah, you're all the way on the left coast.
Yeah.
We're like, we couldn't be further away unless you were in Africa. I'm not Africa. Why did I say Africa? Alaska. They're the same place. Very similar ecologies, Alaska and Africa. That's why I get them mixed up. Yeah, but so I was looking around for something to do a live stream on, basically something to bitch about. You know, that's what you do when you're doing a live stream, right? And I found this article where I was like, no freaking way, this is something they're doing. But oh my goodness, yes, they are. Let me see if I can't find it here. Yep, here it is. This is from Bleeding Cool. Now, I know we all have our, well, this is a good site. This is not a good site. Everybody trusts or doesn't trust different things. I think there are some we agree with, and one of them I'm going to pop up in just a little bit for a top 10. But take it how you will. This is from Bleeding Cool, and they are saying that Marvel drops retailer discount on foil variants. Now, if you're not getting that right away, that basically means that there will be no profit for comic shop owners. That is a dick move there, guys. I'm actually kind of shocked they have decided to do this. It is a true dick move. Okay, let's get into this thing a little bit, because I mean that's how the whole thing about selling something, right? You pay low, you get high, you sell a little bit higher. Marvel Comics is informed comic book retailers that Marvel's new foil variant cover program will bear different, shorter discounts than normal due to the significantly higher manufacturing costs for foil covers. Basically, they will cost more to manufacture, but don't want readers to have to pay more, so the retailers will have to eat the difference. And it says, or they pass the cost on to customers by charging them well above cover price. No, you make the cover price higher, and if people want it, they want it. Look, I kind of, there's something, I guess, to be said here. Marvel wants to keep the price low for us. That's nice. But we've also shown that, yeah, if somebody wants that $25 freaking price variant cover, they're going to get it. Okay. So it says charging well above cover price. What do you reckon will happen? That's if the comic stores realize what's happening. So they're not telling. It's just like, here you go. This is a little extra. Ultimate Invasion #1 Brian Hitch foil variant cover has changed its price from $8.99 to $8, and retailers will get no discount. Incredible Hulk 181 Facsimile edition foil variant with a cover price of $3.99 will also have no discount either. Retailers will have to order copies for $3.99 each. And while Moon Knight City of the Dead #1, the Pepe Larraz foil variant cover will cost retailers $4.99, and that's the price they're expected to sell it at. Retailers will get a small discount on Star Wars droids, as opposed it's going to be 16% as opposed to the 50%. And it says San Francisco comic book retailer Brian Hibbs posted to Facebook, I don't think there's any possible words here other than whoa, Marvel Comics. Having the wholesale price be the same as the suggested retail price is utterly disgusting, as it will cause significant consumer confusion, and I'm entirely sure it's going to catch many, many retailers who don't read every single detail of every single email super, super carefully by surprise, causing them to sell these stupid foil covers at a loss. Marvel's done a whole lot of craven and anti-industry things over the decade, but this ranks among the worst. I sincerely hope all my peers catch this in time, despite there being nothing about it in the initial solicits, and refuse to support this kind of predatory pricing. Well, Diamond have told retailers that Incredible will now have a cover price on the system of $4.50. It's still a pretty short discount, but at least no store will actually lose money. So, okay, so it's like Diamond to the rescue here. So you have any thoughts on this one, Dominic? He says going to him for...
Well, as the old saying goes, a broken clock can only be right twice, and I say that this is one of those rare instances where I actually agree like with what is being portrayed in Bleeding Cool, because what essentially Marvel Comics is doing is they are screwing over the comic book retailers.
Mm-hmm. It reminds me of I used to deliver newspapers up in Tallahassee, the Tallahassee Democrat it was called. Yeah. No, they don't hide it. The bias is right there in the title, man. But I would sell these, and it was something because I did not know the profit margin. The stores would make damn near zero money from it. And this reminds me of that. And I said, well, why do you, and I'm the person delivering the newspapers. I'm the one that's making the money here. So why do you freaking carry the newspaper then? And he says, because people come in for the newspaper. They buy the coffee, they buy the they buy the donuts, the so forth and so on. And more comic shops have stopped being comic shops. They started being pop shops, pop figure shops, or gaming shops. Mm-hmm. My comic shop, the Coliseum of Comics that I went to in Kissimmee here, huge gaming section. They even have this one area. It's empty freaking space, nothing but tables, so people could come in and play their games. They play the games, they buy the stuff from the store, and it works out. And it looks like that's what's going to happen here. If they do this, if they're saying you don't get a profit off this shit, one, comic shops is going to say, yeah, no. Or they're going to use comics as a way of bringing people in to buy other things. You make sure you put comics at the back of the shop, so they have to go through all the other stuff that they can make a profit on. I agree. This is predatory practice right here. It really, I thought this was already addressed a few years ago. I'll get that to a moment. Let me see the comments that popped up. I have to say that they're just being stupid. They're doing the ones for the no profit, says Ahsoka. Comic shops have become gaming and manga shops. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hey, Ed Brewer, what's up? What's going on? We've seen this across the board. We've seen this in damn near every shop where they're now, like I said, they're not focusing on comics anymore. Comic shops it's like a comic convention now.
Yeah.
Try to find the comics at a comic convention. What were you about to say?
Well, I was going to say, like, to find like a convention that actually feels like a comic book convention is through either the small conventions or even the comic book swap meets where they actually generate the feel of what comic book conventions were back then before they became a commodity and focus more on pop culture instead of really showing an appreciation on how much the comic industry has evolved, even in spite of its shortcomings.
Yep. Now, Ahsoka is bringing up the fact that they're not focusing on Western comics. Now, I got to admit, whenever I say comic books, I really am talking about American comics. Usually, and I think this is the way it is with a lot of people, most people, that when they're talking about manga, it's like manga and comic books, almost like it's two separate things. It's not, but it is, at least in the perception.
Yeah, not to mention like a lot of us who have been in the medium like for years, like they're finding their entertainment in manga, manhwa, or even the European comics, the bande dessinées.
Mm-hmm. Well, by the way, I'm getting a little pushy. We did this thing. We went and emptied out a storage shed, and I was unloading it. While I was unloading it, bins and bins of old manga books and K-pop CD box sets and everything. The whole thing is we were going to have a garage sale and we were going to put stuff on eBay to sell. Someone mentioned I should put them up for the auction. Now my kids are like, Dad, back off. Because like, yeah, guys, we got to put this for sale. Because I got an audience, man. I got an audience for this stuff. Okay, so I used to work for a gentleman down here in Florida. His name's Phil Boyle. He is the owner of Coliseum of Comics. This is the biggest franchise in Florida as far as comic book shops are concerned. Quite a few stores across the state. He wrote a letter a while back. Marvel was, what they were doing was, if you wanted the first issue of this new hot comic, you got, or if you wanted the variant cover of this new hot comic, what you needed to do was order 50 issues of number 13 America Chavez or something nobody's interested in. And he wrote a letter. He says, you know what? From now on, I'm carrying my subscriptions +2 because I'm tired of your predatory practices. I'm tired of you saying that we need to. If you say I can't get a foil cover, then fine, I'm not getting the foil cover. And if somebody wants it, they've got to order the 50, you know, and that's what it is. And remember, I have said for years now, 6 years, remember, we're not the customers. We're the store's customers. Marvel's customers are the stores. That's something. They are treating their customers like shit. And this right here, I'm going to call it, it's a faux reach out right here where it's like, oh, no. We want the readers. We want the readers to get a discount. So we're cutting off your profit. Yeah, but Marvel, we notice you're getting yours. That's the whole thing. Marvel did not they didn't say, you know what? We want the readers to get a better discount. So we're lowering the cover price and we're only taking 50%. They did it to the retailers. That's who they're doing this to. This isn't any noble gesture. This is a noble gesture of people who believe high taxes are a good thing. Or, you know, oh my gosh, yeah, we're going to use this. We're going to take all this money from the rich. Yeah, but no, you're not noble if you're taking money from other people. Marvel's not noble because they're not giving the discount. They're taking the discount from retailers. Let's see what's going on here. I think that the Eastern non-American comics are going to become a big new thing, which is already, which it already is for both manga and anime. They're putting the Batman into manga. They are putting the Superman into manga. I actually tried to sell one this week last week at the auction. I found a Batman. It's a regular size comic, but it reads like a manga. And I always get that wrong. Manga. Hey there, hi there, ho there. Yeah, I always get that wrong. Let's see. They're going to end up making Western style woke manga.
Yeah, but that's not gonna sell either.
What if they don't? You don't think they could sell woke manga comics in the shape and form of regular comics?
It'll be dead on. It'll be dead on arrival.
Hello to Figure Drawing saying Marvel and DC will always win comics because the best artists are with the big two. Indie is great for story, says Figure Drawing. That's a thought. There are some good artists nowadays. I mean, I know I focus on Riley Rosmo and the crap and sometimes, but there are some good artists as well. But I think a lot of the great classic artists and storytellers who Marvel and DC now refuse to hire, although got to back it up a little bit because Frank Miller did get a cover and Louise Simonson is doing a Phoenix story. Fingers crossed that it actually means something.
Well, not just her, but Anna Cinti is currently doing a story miniseries as well. And
yeah, that's true. Okay. What do you think about AI writers and artists? Will this kill comics, or can this be a resurgence in that the cost will go down? No missed deadlines. Because you know what I think about AI.